Welcome back to Chips.
Welcome back to Chip.
So, we were talking about how our various projects are going and how we don't have too much to say about them. But I just wanted to talk a little
To clarify,
bit about,
we don't have much to say about them because all the things that we're doing
It's
on
just
them
like-
right now aren't exciting things.
The update is we're still working on it.
Yeah, it's like I'm writing things and
Yeah.
I'm recording things. None of it is done. None of it is in a showable state.
Yeah.
But we're doing it.
Yeah.
That's where we're at right now.
I've been working on 24 Supercars drivers videos, and it's not can they win the championship. It's how they can win the championship. So it's like saying they can do it. How can they do it? When I first started the structure, it was based on what I'd talked about in the Twilight Princess episode, and so I decided to just do that, and then
Hey,
it was kind of a mess.
real quick.
Yeah.
This is a Weaver. There are no Weavers in this game. They're all gone. Except that guy.
Ah.
Anyway, you never see that thing ever again.
Oh. So I did like Jack LeBrock, Todd Hazelwood, Gary Jacobson. Gary Jacobson's one of my favourite current drivers.
Of course.
Not because he's successful. I'm only
Not because I like him or anything,
No,
fucker.
the only reason that I liked him, actually, I think as time has gone by, I like him more and more. I think that's what it is. The first time I went, I want to follow this guy, I want to support this guy, was because he'd won the Super 2 championship, the the category just below Supercars, for the young up and comers. He'd won that championship, but he couldn't get into the main game, and he couldn't get into top tier Supercars, and so he stayed in Super 2, but he put the number 1 on the door, because when you won the championship and you're the reigning champion, you can put the number 1 on the door. And I thought, I want to see him win again with the number 1 on the door. And so since then, I've been like, go Gary Jacobson. Anyway, the main point is, so like, sometimes that early stage of working on these videos, I had a structure that was vaguely based on what I talked about in the Twilight Princess episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided to work on a driver called Andre Heimgartner, and I worked on his. I got through to the end and I finished it, and I thought, I really like this one. This is the one that I want to be the template for all the other ones.
Right.
And so recently I've gone back to Gary Jacobson, restarted the entire thing, apart from the first, because I always make them as a PowerPoint presentation.
What?
It's just like I think I like PowerPoint presentations. It's just it's got like a visual show thing, and then I can put the information on,
Sure.
and it's got a bit of organisation to it, and I like that. And like, that's how I do all of my predictions videos for every Supercar season. Is I read each slide, going back to Gary Jacobson. I haven't quite finished it because it's hard to explain how a guy who can barely finish in the top 10 or barely finish in the top 15 to win the championship. It's hard to be able to explain it. And from all the options that I looked at, based on the little that I know about each team and what they want out of their drivers and what makes them want to sign a driver, there aren't a lot of options for him. But the few options that he has, it's like, do you stay with the current team, which might get better in the next couple of years, or do you move to the team that is better, but then maybe that might not get better? That's just what I'm going through working on these 24 videos, realizing that like it's a very big project for just thinking about what the future could hold for each driver, what the possibilities are. And each time I work on a new one, like I start working on a new driver, it changes slightly from the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got one slide which is almost defunct. It's almost pointless to put it in anymore because it's just a slide that says how you win the championship, which is like if you get race wins, get pole positions, and then the one after that is always how they can win the championship. And I've started to think, why don't I just make the whole thing one slide where it's just like, can they win races? Can they get pole positions? The easiest one to make was Anton De Pasquale, which is basically just keep doing what you're doing, dude, and it'll happen. Stay at the same team, keep doing what you're doing. Really, it's obviously fast enough. You can obviously win races. They just gotta put it all together and bang, it'll happen.
Oh, a fellow warrior out here. I thought I was the only one brave enough and strong enough to survive in this foul, forgotten pit. I am Galleon, the strongest warrior in Hallownest. I came to this monstrous place to test my strength. No doubt you wish to test your might as well. Yes, you and I are a rare breed, quite unlike this poor fellow who has fallen before us. He's looking at his own dead body and he doesn't realize it. The world is not kind to the weak, I fear. So then, shall we do battle? Let us test our strength in joyful combat. Okay. You got it. This is Galleon. He's supposed to be hard, but he's not really hard. I don't think, at least. I think of all of the ghost bosses, he's definitely not the most annoying. That goes to Elder
What
Blue.
are the blue hearts for?
Blue hearts are temporary hearts, right? They
Okay.
are lifeblood.
Right.
And what that means is, I mean, this has been a thing from the very beginning of the game, but I'll just pretend that you just don't know.
Yeah.
Basically, I am kind of tanking this fight, so I might die soon, but no, I won't. Just using Abyssal Shriek is enough to kill him in, like, no time at all. I know because I've fought every boss in the game 200 times. Unbelievable, I've invested. Still, though, I am strong, am I not? When you see our king, surely you'll tell him of my valor. Yes, he sent you here to test me, didn't he? I knew he did. He had not forgotten brave Galleon. I am ready to join you now, brothers. You and I, let us leave this place together. No. Yeah, the blue hearts are lifeblood, and basically what happens is you can add them onto your health, but when you lose them, they're gone forever. Right?
Yep.
So it's like a temporary health boost.
Yeah.
I would compare them to Soul Hearts and Isaac, but I don't know if you played Isaac that much
No.
or at all.
So do you have to just fight a certain boss or a certain number of bosses?
Yeah, so I think I described it to you last time, but one of the things for completionist sake is I need to get a certain amount of this essence here, right?
Okay.
If you have 868, I need to get
1,000.
1,200,
Oh.
I think. It's either 1,200 or
Yeah, because the
600.
little man with the beak said get
the
a
little
certain
man with
number.
the
And,
beak. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm doing a lot of things at the same time. I'm getting charms and I'm getting grubs and stuff and essence all at the same time. The way we've been getting essence so far is the slowest and most... like, it does a very small amount, but when I go fight the Lost Kin, I'm going to get way more essence. So, I've also been thinking that for my videos, that once I kind of get one done, it should hopefully get the rest sort of going, because I kind of wanted, like... It sounds kind of weird and to say it out loud, but oh, you bitch! That also is. But, like, I do kind of want to have, like, a formula to it, so, like, once I get the first ones figured out, the rest will I just got to kind of slot things into place.
yeah.
That's kind of what I'm planning on doing. Like, for instance, I'm planning on, like, giving each one, like, a unique background, right?
Yeah.
One of which I've actually already made unintentionally.
Huh.
You may recognize it when it comes up. You know, things like that. You know, and I write my scripts in sectioned off kind of segment ways, so it's really easy to kind of digest and cut down and stuff. And I also record my audio individually from these scripts.
Yep.
So yeah, hopefully once one is made, the ball begins to roll and it all works out. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I am notorious in my family for this, which is that I am really, really bad at judging how long something takes to be done. I'm just horrific at it.
Yeah.
So everything I just said is probably a lie as a result. No. Yes. This is a real one. Yeah.
Oh.
These guys are fake though. What's this? Holy shit! We have fought one of these before.
So
I
how
might
can
fight them
tell
all
he's
because we
real?
got the thing. Memory.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, if you kill every single one of the mimics in the game, you do get the diary entry for it, which we do have the diary in this playthrough. Yep, there we go, I just got it. Luring an enemy close by pretending to be a weak little grub. How cunning, unfortunately for them. I eat these grubs as soon as I see them. One of the biggest things for my videos that's definitely going to take a very, very long time is how long the animations are going to take. None of them is particularly long in my eyes, but that doesn't mean that they're not. That they're going to take a while. Because I have this thing where apparently I just have to have an animation before all my videos for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I think it's some kind of complex where I have to prove that I'm an artist. Because no one follows me for my art, they only follow me for my TF2 content. That's not me being salty, by the way, it's just a self-awareness thing.
Yeah.
Alright, next time we'll be fighting Elder Whom?